Well, hello, all my model car building buddies. This here is Glenn's Models. I'm Glenn, patent not pending. Okay, now I was looking at this box the other day, this cool mongoose dragster, which I'm fixing to do something with. I'll tell you about it in a minute. Hold on, give me a minute. I got other things to say first. I need to say words. All right. I was looking at this box and I noticed it comes with some neat stuff. Got this cool Christmas tree over here and this dude what's trying to pull his head off. I don't know if the noise is just so loud he can't take life no more or what, but he's trying to rip his head off. And I was standing there looking at this stuff and I thought, oh man, the band is already getting pretty good size, but there's one more member for the band right there. You know, if I keep it up, I'm going to have more members than Leonard Skinner. But I'd like to introduce to you, as soon as I move this box, introduce to you the newest member of the band. The Krondek Kid, the greatest fiddle player in the world has ever seen. I have been having The Devil Went Down to Georgia playing in my head all day because of this guy. Anyway, he wants to join the band, and the band could use a fiddle player, I'm reckon. So, I'm going to set him back here. Oh, that's a stretch. Okay, there we go. Now, you get up here. Remind y'all where you're at. Right there. See? Glenn's Models. And don't forget my buddies up here, Spotlight Hobbies. Let me turn my light on. That helps a little bit. Okay, Spotlight Hobbies right there. See? Let me see. They got some new stuff in. I'm trying to remember. If I could remember to write this stuff down. I know they got the gas station. Oh man, that thing's cool. I couldn't get it this month. I'll get it next month. You watch. Because I had some bills. And let me see. What else? Oh, I can't think of it, but I tell you what. I know how. You guys just go there and look yourself. Yeah, go on over to SpotlightHobbies.com. Don't forget the .com. It's not wrote there, but you can remember it. And just go through and see whatever it was I was trying to remember, and you'll find it yourself. Save me having to do it, although I love to do it. I go through there just about daily. Okay, now what the heck is going on here? I don't know. I have a project, a finish up tip, and I got a thing, and I'm not sure. Oh, wait a minute. This guy's back. Y'all, excuse me while I kiss this fly. No, help me! Oh gosh, I think I swallowed him. Ugh. Okay, well anyway, yeah, got that over with. This is a thing I've been working on. I'm not actually working on it as much as, I don't need the digger, as much as sometimes you gotta do some brain working, you know? And I want this to work together. I want this truck, and I want this rear engine rail, which is this here mongoose guy. I really want him and this together. I can picture this truck with the wings sticking up like that, and the motor sticking up right about in here, and I get rid of the roof and flat top it, and have the guy, he'll be sticking up right about there, and then take off this much down to the cord support there. Cut it right there, all the way back at an angle till it's even with this right here. Wedge it right down there. That way it'll be closer, and the grill will be just almost on the track. And tires, they can go all the way up in here. If that's not deep enough, I can cut those out, and you still got the hood. It's got a lot of extra height to it, so there should be plenty of room for that. But, and this has been the main drawback, is look, when I put the, acid reflux, no good. If I put the motor where I want it, and the driver about where I want it, and you can see where the rear end ends up. But if I put the rear end in with the wheels, that's going to put the motor right up in here, which flat topping it, that's not going to make a difference. And then the driver forward of it, I've never really liked the driver coming up out of here. I don't know, there's just something doesn't spook me right, but I might do that. But here's what I'm thinking. Here's what I got in mind. I'm thinking about moving the rear wheel wells back, as far back as they'll go. Cut them loose, back here, be coming right about in here. And then, if you set the rear end in place, I'm guessing somewhere in here, then look at that. Got the driver coming up right there in the cockpit, and the motor right behind the cab. Got the wing coming up back here. That's everything I want. So, the thing is, do I want the driver sticking out through the hood? Which I don't. Or do I want to move the wheel wells back? I think I am going to move the wheel wells back. Why not? This is the truck. This guy that I'm using to do this. Okay, well, that's that deal. I think that'll be pretty cool. That shouldn't be hard build. It should come up pretty quick. Okay, I set this over here on my bench. Now what is next? Next. Oh man, I've only run off 6 minutes. I always say this might be a short episode, but I'm thinking people this is gonna be one of those shorter episodes. Although I still have this, which isn't much, because it's almost done. But in case I need to build up my energy, if I start running out of gas and I need more energy, I got some of these cool energy pills here. These are my favorite energy pills. Got them at the ready, just in case. Let me see now. What's next? Thing, you got any ideas?
Not really. Just whatever you got in mind. Be all right with me.
Okay, Thing. Well, thank you. I appreciate your help. Oh yeah, the front end. See, I put the shocks on there. I know this is kind of cheaping out a little bit. But man, I'm telling you, I know everybody out there doesn't have a great big old box full of parts like I do, you know, and a big old giant stash over there. So I just went in and got a pair of shocks that could have come from just about any kit. And they don't want to focus there. Well, for a second there. Anyway, you saw it, and I got them just sticking up there, glued to the axle, sticking up. There are 100 ways of attaching a shock to an axle. You could bring a pin off of the bottom of this or the top of it, and then, you know, stick the loop on the shock on that. Or let me see, you could have that eye coming out like that one I showed you last time. Or just glue it to the axle like this, which is what I done. It looks okay. Like I say, I'm not going with that super detail. Oh man, this thing could be super detailed. You can put all the pins and bolt detail in the shackles and in the spring pads and this thing, spindle, and the shocks and all that, man. You can put a ton of detail into something, but when do you stop? You know, me, I stop when it'll do the job I want it to do, which is hold up the model and look good. This is the next step after you glue find you some shocks. These just happen to have this long pin on top, so I just drilled this hole in it. And see, this will go over and sit on top of the frame. And here's where you got a little bit of a leeway in your ride height. You can see how the shock and the spring, you got just a little bit there. You can get this part on here and glued down solid, and then adjust it, and then put your glue on here, and it'll hold it. That way you don't got to worry about it sagging over time. if any of y'all have any trouble with that, send me a Gmail. Tap the title of this video, and my Gmail comes up. If y'all having trouble with it, send me a Gmail, and I'll try to ignore it. No, I'll answer you. It takes some. I don't look at my Gmail every day, all day. Sometimes it takes me 2 or 3 days before I remember it. But I'll get back to you. Just don't send me any questions that you need done right away. Okay, now this looks good. This is going under that charger, and it's going to be fine. The reason, that's what I was going to say. I get so sidetracked. The reason I ain't glued these on yet is because you see the top of the, can you tell the top of the frame is hollow? Yeah, see there? I'm going to plate it. I'm going to run some strips of plastic along the top and block it off there to where it looks like better. And then I'll put these on top of that. Gotta layer it. Oh, what? Oh, my buddy Morrow sent me a bunch of stuff the other day, cleaning out his model room, and he sent me some stuff, like I said, and there was this cool chrome skull, itty bitty chrome skull, and Donnie, he messed up. He left his Lego Batman down here, had a batarang in his hand. You know how Lego's got the hand like that, holding the batarang. And I got to looking at that batarang and that skull, and I thought, ooh, you know what that would do good, Mike? It would do good like that. Let me see if I can get anything in behind it where you can see it. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Isn't that cool skull? And I drilled through it, cut the batarang in half, and stuck each half in the hole. Is that not the coolest doggone radiator ornament you ever saw? Not really radiator, it's a tombstone. Radiators are in the back. But how's that? That's all I've done to it, you know. I was looking at that skull, and I looked over and I saw that batarang, and I go, uh-oh, inspiration. Let me see now. I did that. I'm not going to do that. I might do that. Let me see. You can't make me do that. Okay, I got some models to show you. I guess. I'm only at 12 minutes. This is going to be a short episode, people. I am sorry. I do my best to fill up the content, but sometimes the content's only as full as my head. The Krondeck Kid. Come on, man. Come on. Y'all laugh. I know you want to. Went in Ollie's. I needed a light bulb. And I didn't pay a whole lot of attention. It was marked down to $5. I thought, well, $5, you know, a couple of light bulbs, that's going to be nice. Got it home and plugged it in and screwed it in. And after 30 seconds, it started flashing. I thought, oh, man, I got a bad light bulb. And got to looking at the box. Oh, my goodness. Do you see this mess? Smart LED bulbs. Wi-Fi connected, works with Alexa. Oh my God, there's a computer inside. There's a computer chip and Bluetooth inside the damn light bulb. And you got to put an app in your phone, which costs you money to use, and you can turn off your light from your phone. I mean, which is harder, to pick up your phone, pull up an app, shuffle through it, and then hit a button and turn off your light, or get your lazy butt up and go over there and flip the switch? Come on, man. That is so stupid. I'm not using it. I'm not going to. You got to know computers to run a light bulb. I don't want the damn light bulb. Anyway, I got some models I want to show you because they haven't been around. I haven't showed them in a while. This little guy here, I saw him on TV. Somebody built the real one, and it looked just like this. I thought, that is so cool. I gotta have one just like it. So I did. The hood and the windshield fell out. Okay, that's cool. The back of this is from a little Lotus, I think a Lotus Esprit, some sort of little Lotus. The transmission, rear suspension, these trailing arms, all that. And then I connected them with, scratch building right through there. Quarter elliptic springs. Let's talk about those for just a minute because I think they're way cool. Come here, Fing, I can use your pointer. This is the leaf spring stack. See, it's got the shorter ones on top, and it bolts to the frame right here and runs up to this bracket. It's just like a 4-link bracket on your front axle, and it's got the eye in here and a bolt through so it can pivot. And then on top it actually has a link that runs from the top of the bracket back here. So you got your full boingy like that. It needs friction shocks, which I didn't add to it because I didn't want to clutter it up too much. And yeah, ain't that a neat look? There, that looks good. That's a neat front end. And when you want to get your axle way out in front of the vehicle, quarter elliptic springs like this is the way to go right here. Okay, and in the back here, we got some more cool stuff. We have a backwards facing flathead. These headers, these two, they go into one right here. They're 2 into 1. You know, flathead's just got the 3 ports. And we got spark plug wires and blower drive. Headers upside down and back. That's the way they were on the one I saw. I tried to get as close to it as I could. Except the one, he had a big box in here, man. He barely had any room for himself. I made a little more room by putting this chain drive down from the motor to the tranny. Okay, here we go. Got the seat. Got some birds pooping in here. There was a lot of birds outside with this thing today. I had it out in the driveway. Anyway, yep. Okay, well, that's this guy. Let me see if I can get his hood back on. Look how the hood had to be cut up. I cut it in half and shortened it and then covered it with mutagen and smoothed it out. Nice. And the windshield, I don't even know if I want to keep it. It looks good as without a windshield. Next is a flat top car. And it's a 32. And it's built on a rail chassis, which is not complete because, there's a steering wheel fell off laying down in there. There's a motor. And you see I just shortened up the rail frame right here. That's all, pretty much all I did was just move it back. I had to space the bobby pins. No. Hairpins, dang it, hairpins. They're radius rods, but they used to call them hairpins. Right there. That's hairpin style. I had to space them out so they clear the body. Because I wanted them on the outside of the body. No, there it goes. How about that, huh? That's pretty cool. Flat top 32 with the driver sticking out of the back of it. Pulling a big old wheelie. Got the moon tank on the front. Okay, and last but not least was it this one? Okay, this guy. I know I've showed him before, and I'll show him again. Because the reason I got him out this time is, see the motor's loose? I didn't have plug wires at the time I built this, so now I do. Oh, let me hit the zoom. Okay, and I got the plug wires now. And I got those better stacks from Spotlight. I think I'm going to yank these cheap plastic ones off and put on those cool aluminum ones. Because look, these ones get bigger as they go up. They start small. And get bigger. And cool stacks are the same. They're tube, they're the same all the way down. So these look a little not good enough for me. Let me see, I want to tell you about my Uncle Fred, man. Great Uncle Fred, awesome dude. And it's kind of what I was going with that Mack truck. That's one of the reasons I like wreckers so much. My Uncle Fred, he had a service station, and he needed a wrecker because, more business towing cars in, but he wanted to tow in semi-trucks too. So he went out and he found a 62, I think it was a GMC or a Chevy. I can't remember which one it was, but it was GM. Cab over, COE truck. The one with the short hood, not the flat front. And he found one that was a real short one that they used to haul house trailers and, spin them around, get them turned around to back in. And it was real short. And he thought he got that, and he put that wrecker bed on it that he made himself. Big old heavy iron one. Steel, I mean. And Scratch built the boom, every bit of it, the whole thing, except for the winch. I don't know where he got the winch, but he got a winch somewhere and put on. And we're talking about a monster truck. It had I don't know if it's the motor that came with it or not, but it had a 454 with a 4-barrel on it, big Holly 4-barrel. And it would scream. That truck would scream, man. I'm telling you, down the highway. I mean, we did a lot of pulling in with it. Uncle Fred passed away, and Charles got to use the truck for about 6 months before his mom sold it. But anyway, one day we was there and we was playing with the wrecker, and the Army came by. Bunch of Army dudes said, "Hey, is that wrecker functional?" I said, "Yeah, we can pull what do you need?" And he said, "We got a thing back at the base. We need to see if you could pick it up so we can get a thing under it to move it around." Charles says, "Oh yeah, man, we can do that. That's a big badass wrecker." Okay, so we followed them back to the Army base, and oh my God, the thing they wanted picked up was the size of this room. Honest to God, man, it was 10 foot wide or deep, whichever way you want to put it, and probably about 15 foot long and another 6 or 7 foot tall. Huge thing. And it was a snowblower that you pick up and put on the front of a train engine, where it can go down the track and knock all the snow off the track. Huge thing. And Charles says, "I can pick that up." And I told Charles, I said, "I don't think you can pick that up. That thing is too big for this truck." He said, "No, I'm going to do it." I said, "Okay, I'm going to wait about a football field over here and watch." And he hooked to it. Well, they hooked all the things up. All he had to do was back the truck up and hook the hook to it. And he started picking it up, and it didn't start moving right away. Truck was graining, straining, and groaning. I guess that would be graining, wouldn't it? It was straining and groaning. And you could hear metal creaking and parts snapping, and the thing still didn't come up, and the front wheels of the giant ass semi started coming up off the ground, and then it broke the ground. And then the thing we was picking up, it just raised up a little bit farther. Only had to pick it up a foot. They had this had this wheel dolly thing they put under it to move it, and he got it picked up. Man, I thought at any minute that entire truck was just going to explode. You can't comprehend the pressure that was on the boom, the cable, and the winch, and the truck. I'm telling you, it was a recipe for disaster, but fortunately, he got it picked up. I said we, I was way over there. He got it picked up and sat down. They gave him $100 for risking his life, I guess. But yeah, that was the coolest wrecker ever. And if I can ever find a model of a 62, it's either Chevy or GMC, COE truck, and shorten it way up, make that wrecker, I'm gonna recreate that thing, 'cause I love that thing, man. It was so bad. Okay, this is the part where I say, give me a like if you like this. If the show was okay for you today, I hope it was. I hope y'all liked it. Give me a like if you did, and subscribe. Don't cost nothing. It's all free, totally free. That's all you got to do is just with some of the buttons there, no problem. And comment. I'm a little slow still answering comments because there's a lot of them, and I don't type very fast. Okay, but I will answer them. Sooner or later, you'll get an answer on your comment. I'm sorry. Don't ask me nothing in the comments that you need an immediate answer for, because I'm slow on those too. And share. Come on, man. Y'all are greedy. Don't be so greedy. Share this with your buddy. Say, hey, check this guy out, man. He's an idiot. Okay, well, I'm going to go. And I hope y'all like the show. And I hope you like the next one, because it's coming up soon. And I love y'all. Oh, don't forget prayers for... Hang on. Did I say hang on? Paul Rogers at Styrene Relic still needs more prayers. I hope he's getting better. I haven't heard nothing in a while. Tim Nolan's daughter, I heard today that she is off of the life support and looking pretty good. I don't know if she's woke up yet, but they got her off the life support and she's doing on her own. That is miraculously awesome good news. Y'all, prayers help. I'm telling you, prayers help. So keep them going. Even if you don't know her. Her name is Darlene, and her dad is Tim Nolan. So that's all God needs to know. He knows all, y'all. Okay, well, I'm going, and I will see y'all later. Bye.